Alright guys, I know it's been a couple months since I did a reading, so it's about time again. I'm going to be doing a collective message for September. Today is September 1st as I'm filming, and it's the first Sunday of the month, so just a very, very good time, it feels like, to tap into what this month has in store for us. Today is also a really great day to do any like cleansing, reset rituals, abundance rituals, all of that. So if you haven't yet, good time to do it. If it's still the beginning of the month, whatever. So to get into it, I'm going to be using the Tattoo Tarot deck, and we're just going to be looking at the themes firstly, and then I'm just going to be using my go-to Rider-Waite Tarot because I love my Rider-Waite Tarot deck. As I've said before, I've had it for years. So let's get into the themes of this month. Wow. Okay, well, let me put this here. There we go. The first card that came out is the Moon card. So it seems like there's a lot of unknown things happening. I guess we're not gonna we're gonna try to find out as much as we can about the themes this month. I feel like pulling two more cards. The Emperor, and then I feel like one on the other side. For the themes this month, the Four of Cups. Interesting. This is very interesting to me because these are all very different energies. Yeah, and the Four of Cups, like in this deck, it stands for, I'm going to read from the book actually. In the Tattoo Tarot deck, it has a lot of different things in like the usual like decks. Overactive imagination, concealed anxiety, boredom, satiated preoccupation, aversion, disappointment, discontented, weary, blindness, not seeing the good things, isolating, depression, self-pity, new light, hidden blessings. To be honest, what I'm really feeling from the Four of Cups immediately is like this feeling of like disillusionment. And from the book, the phrase or the words that were popped out most to me were hidden blessings. So we're actually going to just get into everything right now. I'm going to pull some cards. So I'll do like up to 3 cards each for each one. So for the Four of Cups, let me fix this a little. Just try to, there we go. Sorry if there's some things a little out of like the camera range, y'all. So guys, I think I'll take that as a sign for the Four of Cups, because the first thing that popped in my mind was the Tower. Like the Tower card didn't come out, but that was the first thing that popped in my head, like hearing that crackle. Let's see. Okay. The way this kind of came out was a little messy. I'm gonna actually reshuffle this one. Yeah, last card for the Four of Cups. The last card for the Four of Cups. Thank you. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm still picking up on a lot of disillusionment. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically like you're no longer illusioned. I'll like read the definition actually. I love reading a definition. Let me read a definition for y'all. Disillusionment is a feeling of disappointment or a happiness that occurs when someone discovers that something or someone they liked or respected is not as good as they thought. Yeah. Yeah. For some of y'all, with this disillusionment that I'm picking up on, it's really because you had somebody pedestalized. I'm also going to continue to shuffle for the Moon card as I'm like channeling right now. But it's because like you had somebody pedestalized And like whenever you pedestalize somebody, when you're placing somebody in a position where they have to be either like they're better than you, or even if they're like, if you're internally, you know, judging somebody in a way where they're like less than you. But this feels more like somebody was being pedestalized, and now you're having a reality check, which needed to happen. Let me rearrange a little. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm also going to be pulling some fortunes. So for the Four of Cups, so y'all got the Five of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Swords upright, so that to me is like always a like deceitful card, which is like I guess why the disillusion was really coming out, because it feels more so like for some of y'all, it's like you were playing tricks on yourself, playing mind games on yourself because you were living in delusion. So reality check, you know, where somebody's like, oh, that's why I thought of the Tower card. Because it's like somebody's having a fall from grace. So somebody that you are connected to in some way. This could be a friend or a family member. I don't know. I even picked up on like a girlfriend for some. That's very specific. But just feeling like there's a fall from grace happening because y'all had them pedestalized. You were seeing them as a person who they are not. Like you were seeing them as a better person, and they're really not great. Is what it seems like. This also feels like it comes after a time of like a lot of conflict. With the Five of Swords coming out here, it seems like it was whatever this relationship was or whatever this environment was, it was really disrupting your stability. So this could have been, I'm picking up a little bit on finances. This could have been disrupting like your finances for some of y'all, but for others, I feel like it really has to do with like, and take that as confirmation, babe. If they was messing with your money, like, I don't know what to say. Yeah, just have better boundaries. But for others, it had to do more with your internal stability of self. So if they're really like fucking with your mental health, and then as soon as you like don't talk to them for a couple of days, or as soon as like y'all break up, or y'all like the relationship ends, or I don't know, some of this could have been like a conflict and y'all decided to like go on like a break or something, or just like give space to the situation. And this like may not only be romantic, don't just view it that way. Whatever this relationship is to you. But like after giving it space is like when there was space being given, you were like actually at peace, like you were actually stable. So you should definitely be noticing that and basically just taking that into account moving forward and establishing better boundaries. If this is somebody that you want to keep in your life, or it's just somebody that you have to keep in your life, just establishing better boundaries so that it's really not fucking with you like that anymore. But for others of y'all, there is a possibility, or like there is a pathway where you can just like leave. So like, for example, if this has to do with like a job or something, there is a pathway where you'll be able to just leave that environment. Or for some relationships, depending on what the relationship is, you can just leave that whole relationship behind, you know. And the fortunes I got that came out were, baby, you're golden. Your intuition is to be trusted. Okay. And do you trust your own emotions? Okay. Like exactly what I just said. And let me go ahead and say before I move on to the next theme of this month, when it comes to disillusionment, you can, that feeling, like the feeling of disillusionment is a catalyst for growth. You can use that feeling of disappointment that comes with like reality being faced, to empower you to make better decisions moving forward, not just in whatever the specific circumstance is that applies to you, because keep in mind this is a general collective reading, so if it doesn't resonate, like, just, you know, take everything with a grain of salt. I digress. Like, you can use this to basically empower you. You can alchemize this energy, these emotions, for the betterment of yourself, so that you can like start surrounding yourself with better people, so you can start having better relationships, and so you can really start having a better relationship for yourself, because this honestly feels like something that was gonna come, like it was a long time coming, or it was just a lesson you were going to have to learn regardless of who you learned it from, like who like, regardless of the relationship or whatever the circumstance was, like this was a lesson that you were like set up to have to kind of learn. It feels like to me, regardless. So yeah, next theme in the month, the moon card. So the moon card is literally like the unknown. Let me go ahead and read from the book. I'm just gonna read for each of the tattooed here, like the themes or whatever from the book. Night energy, twilight, reflected light, illusion. Okay. Deception, uncertainty, errors, trickery, dishonesty, danger, terror, power of feelings, developments underground, undercover, or in the womb, hidden forces. Yeah, so I'm picking up on a lot of like Neptune and like Piscean energy from this. It's like traversing like the shadow realm. So some of y'all could be doing some deep shadow work this oh my god, this month. Oh my god. Y'all, yeah, some of y'all could be doing some deep shadow work this month. I'm proud of y'all already. Just from that. It sounds rough, but I love this for you, because so we got the Eight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. And it seems like there is a huge theme this month, it seems like, that's following, where you're going to have to really lean into trusting your intuition. Like, you're learning how to lean into trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, that gut feeling. It feels like there was a lot of like distrust within yourself and within like your capabilities, like your intuition and like what you're feeling. Like it feels like there's a lot of distrust within your gut. And I think that has to do with the fact that you are not feeling your emotions, that you are not like accurately like deciphering them, you are not accurately like understanding them, especially with the Eight of Swords being here. Instead, you're feeling very trapped by your emotions. But with the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess, you're definitely moving out of that, and it's because there has been some type of catalyst, dude. Where it's like you have a deeper and like more expansive, like a broader understanding of your own process as it relates to like your own emotions, so that they're not trapping you as much, but they become something that can free you. And through that freedom that you're finding with welcoming in uncomfortable emotions, or like quote unquote negative emotions, you're actually becoming more in tune with yourself, and you're becoming more in tune with your own path, which that's maybe why the moon card came out, because your path is always like, it's never necessarily like set in stone, like the details of it. It really is like you can set intentions, right? You can set intentions, you can set goals, or whatever like that, that are like connected to like the feeling of what your personal idea of success or whatever the fuck is that you're needing or desiring, right? But how that unfolds like is pretty much never up to you. It really is just kind of up to like chance and opportunity, and like where you're being guided. And the only way you can be guided is if you're like in tune with your emotions enough to set whatever specific intentions you need to set, and also follow your intuition so that you can follow whatever the pathway is, even if it looks like, sometimes it looks like it's leading you away from what you want, but it's not really, it's leading you back to what you want. Yeah. Then the the fortunes that I got for y'all. The answers lie inside of you. Exactly. Like, did I lie? What did I say, y'all? Ooh, I love this one. A miracle is coming. And then it's just like a bunch of threes. So like that could be like 3 hours, 3 minutes, 3 days, 3 weeks and 3 months. Yeah, 3 is very significant. The last one says, take a breath, take a beat, take a break. Yeah, for some of y'all need to just like take a break. Like, again, it feels like y'all are doing some type of shadow work. So that means like kind of taking a break from like other things for like just a moment. Like, it doesn't even, like, it could literally just be for a day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, so you can truly sit with yourself. So you're not just on go mode all the time. And like, you're not taking the time to sit with your emotions. You're not taking your time to process. That is a part of you being able to accomplish your goals and stuff too. Because a lot of people don't realize, like, when you don't sit with your emotions, when you don't process them, when you don't alchemize them, when you don't allow them to be beneficial to you, they essentially end up being likely, it becomes like blocks of energy that you're hoarding and that are stuck to you in your energetic field. And so it's like these new things, like whatever goals you're working towards, like tangibly in the physical realm, there's like energetically and spiritually, there's not even space for them to come in because the space is being held by old things that you still haven't let go. Like, because you're not taking the time to sit with them and process them and do that shadow work. In order to reach your goals, you basically need a balance of both. Like, you need both like the energetic space and also the tangible, like in real life work towards things, for things to basically be attracted to you, for the right things to be attracted to you. Especially like when it comes to shadow work, because usually you're kind of like letting go of like limited mindsets and belief systems. And if you don't believe that you can accomplish a goal, like on a subconscious level, even if you're working towards it, you're not really ever going to get it, because even when you do, you're going to find a way to self-sabotage it. If I'm going to be real. So let's move on. That's it for y'all. Let's move on. I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay, so for the final theme of the month, the Emperor came out, and the cards that came out along with it was the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. The fortune that came out with it is belief. Self-belief is the source of all miracles. Wow, it seems like all of these themes and messages are really tying in together. It's also kind of shows to me like it's panning out some kind of process. So the beginning of the month could be some type of catalyst, disillusionment happening. And then by the middle of the month, you may be like avoiding when it first happens, when you first experience that disappointment. But by the middle of the month, you will have the opportunities to like sit with those emotions and do the shadow work that you need to do with those emotions. And then it feels like if you do, then by the end of the month, you're going to be in the Emperor energy and feeling a lot more empowered, feeling a lot more victorious. And honestly, some of your blessings and stuff may even begin to come in, especially if you're a person who has already been doing the work. I want to say specifically, if you're just starting this work, not saying that you're going to get those things immediately, because things do not happen instantaneously, but especially if you're somebody who already has like started to do like internal work and stuff like that, and that you're just kind of falling off of it a little bit and then you're getting back on track, you will begin to see at least some positive results. Especially with like the Ten of Cups is like such emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Swords, that's also like the truth, the honesty card. I feel like you're going to be able to be honest with yourself. Especially once you sit with your emotions, you're going to be able to be honest with yourself about like things that, like what you value, what it is that you want, what direction you actually want to move towards. With the Knight of Pentacles, oh my gosh, it feels like if you like didn't feel like you were on your path before, you felt like you were falling off your path before, it feels like you're going to be back on it. By the end of September, you're going to be back on it, and you're going to feel that way. Like, you're going to be standing on business with yourself. And just full of a lot more self-belief, full of a lot more like power, and also magnetism. And when you embody that energy, and that's the energy that you have within you, that also helps, again, that helps you attract the blessings and reach those goals and stuff, because you're like exuding this kind of magnetism. Okay, Storm. You're exuding this kind of magnetism that other people can see and feel, even if they don't know that they're seeing and feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. But let's see if there's a final message. I'm actually going to do some bibliomancy from the herbiary. Y'all, please. The herbiary. It's got rituals and other stuff like that. Let's just say. Um, and also, it's like an oracle deck book. So we're just gonna. Oh, excuse me, confirmation burp. So oh my god, I flipped to elderberry. Let's see. I feel like reading from the reflection, which is like basically shadow work prompts. So that's the one I'm gonna read for y'all for this month of September. It says the upward climbing spiral. Our evolution is an upward climbing spiral. Wow, I've used this like metaphor so many times. Wow, this is crazy. This is like one of my favorite metaphors for healing. We repeat lessons, gaining wisdom as we go. But if we hop from thing to thing, never repeating, declaring things done after one go round, we deny ourselves this growth, this ability to evolve into the goddess at the center of the garden. The questions that they have for the reflection. Do you take the time to dive deep, allowing cycles of repetition to enhance your understanding? Do you allow new knowledge to take root in your hands, in your heart through practice, or do you hold knowledge only in your head? That's what I was saying about y'all. Like, y'all are hoarding. Like, when you don't sit with your emotions and deal with this shit, and I'm not trying to yell at you, I'm sorry. But I'm so passionate about it. When you don't sit with it, you're literally just hoarding. You're hoarding that energy. You're hoarding that resource, because it really is a resource. All of our negative emotions and experiences are resources that you can literally use as like catalysts for your growth, as catalysts for your healing, as catalysts for your success. Like, truly, truly, truly. Anywho, I'm gonna read that again though. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go off real quick. Do you allow new knowledge to take root in your hands, in your heart through practice, or do you hold knowledge only in your head, denying yourself true learning and wisdom? Exactly, because that's a whole nother thing. When you actually sit with yourself and like find the pattern and understand why things are panning out certain ways, or what parts that you played in certain things, not saying that you deserve whatever bullshit somebody threw at you, but there has to be some type of degree of like obliviousness or allowance when it comes to the people that you have in your life. Like, straight up. Not, and again, not saying you deserve any type of bullshit that was thrown at you, because I'm sure that you most definitely did not. But if you don't want to keep having bullshit thrown at you, maybe you need to recognize that you're allowing certain people too close to you in your life, or you're allowing people who have no respect for you, no respect for themselves, or whatever the case may be, to be in your spaces all the time, etc. Like, you know, whatever it is. And the thing with wisdom is, like, even if you recognize the pattern, you realize why you're doing this, the only way for it to become like wisdom, for it to be transmuted into something else so that you're not hoarding that energy, is through actually practicing it. You have to actually apply what you've learned. Otherwise, like, you're not really doing shit. Like, deadass, you're just not. You're thinking, and then you're not doing shit. And what does that do? Nothing. That doesn't change, not a goddamn thing. Alrighty. So the very last thing, what does it say? I'm gonna read this very last thing at the bottom. It is odd that we never question the feasibility of a football team practicing long hours for one game. Yet in writing, we rarely give ourselves the space for practice. And that's like a quote from a book called Writing Down the Bones. That's so interesting. So that's the reflection. Anyway, that's the reading for this month. I'm gonna go ahead and channel some songs for you guys really quick, actually. So the first song that we got, I'm channeling 3 songs for you guys. First song that we got is Prayer of Peace by Beautiful Chorus, and I'll link that down below. This is the song. It's a meditation song. Maybe listen to this song as you like sit and do some shadow work, like do some journaling and stuff, or just to like really take the time, take some deep breaths and sit in your body, so that you can feel where your emotions are in your body, so that you can feel what your body is feeling, and just hold space for that understanding of it. Just hold space for your feelings to be what they are, instead of ignoring them, because they deserve to be seen just like you deserve to be seen. Okay, the next song is Super Bounce by Duckworth and Earth Gang. Maybe some of y'all need to smoke. Maybe some of y'all need to smoke. Okay, and the final song, I love this song. The final song is Late Bloomer by Mariba. So, there may be, I feel like y'all may, you know, with this disillusionment, there may be some grief. Maybe you feel like you grew up too fast, or maybe you feel like certain people or certain places or certain things have been prolonging your own ability to establish your own independence and grow more. Is what I'm getting from the song. But either way, I'm gonna link all the songs down below. It's really storming outside. What the fuck? Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Love y'all. Peace. Ooh.